Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Gravity Sports Podcast. My name is Terrence, and I'm here with Ty. In this episode, we'll be discussing NFL free agency, the Rockets' late play-in push, and is this the year for the Celtics that they finally win the championship? But before we get started, how you been doing, bro? How you been doing?
Doing good, man. How about yourself, man?
I've been doing good, man. Just busy, man. Just busy with school.
Yeah, there's been a lot going on last week. My head was cold when I went outside the doors this morning, man. I went my first cut I went outside the first time, bro. My head was freezing, bro. Well, I know it's gonna be worth it this summer though, so I'm not gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. So
yeah, but it's been a lot going on in the sports world, especially with NFL free agency over, basically. But get started. We're gonna start on the football side of things. But what are some of your favorite free agent signings this
the Falcons, Kirk Cousins. It's obvious, Kirk Cousins. So that's one. I'm just being biased because that's like my favorite team. The Falcons is my favorite team. But Kirk Cousins, I really think people really actually think that we can go and win the division, like the NFC South. So I think that we have a good chance too. I think the only problem or threats are in our way is really the Buccaneers. And even then, I think we beat them last year anyway with Desmond Ridder. So, or it could be the Saints too. The Saints is a good team too, though. I mean, like, they ain't the best, but they got an average team. But my favorite is of course Kirk Cousins. But what I think is the most impactful is going to have to be the Saquon Barkley signing. Losing DeAndre Swift was definitely not a huge piece, but it was definitely one of the good pieces. But I think Saquon Barkley, he's his own star. He carried the Giants to the playoffs last year against the Minnesota Vikings, and I think he was the main reason why they had won that game. So Saquon Barkley joining the Eagles is definitely a huge piece. So, and you have Jalen Hurts, that's a good rusher, is an average rusher himself, and that read option going to be crazy. But it can go. But I can say the same thing with Derrick Henry. That's another good signing. Like Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, that read option is going to be crazy. Lamar Jackson can fake a run, or he can give Derrick Henry whatever one y'all want to give it to. Y'all still ain't going to be able to catch him. And the only reason why the Ravens lost the AFC Championship because they didn't run the ball. So, it was really and it was that close. The defense did a thing. So, they got the defense, and now they mandatory almost done with their offense. So I think the Ravens got the best signing, but what I think the most impactful is probably going to be the Eagles, because like Saquon Barkley, he's his own star, and I just like him over Derrick Henry. That's just me saying that though.
I also agree with you. I really love the Derrick Henry signing. They finally got at least a running back to stay healthy, because J.K. Dobbins, he really hasn't been healthy the past couple seasons. Henry, even though he's getting up there in age, he's 30 years old, he's still one of the best running backs in the league, top 10 in my opinion. And I really think this is a really good signing for the Ravens. They gave him a 2-year, 20 mil, was it? Yeah, I think it was $20 million.
20 million 2 year.
Even though he was he didn't play the whole season because I think he had an injury. He was dealing with an injury. He's still one of the best running backs in the league, and I really think this is a great signing for the Ravens. And another signing, it really hasn't got talked about a lot, but the Chiefs signing Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown. I think that's another really good signing. They got another really, really good wide receiver. Obviously, he's had some trouble with catching the ball, but he's gonna have the best quarterback.
I was just gonna say that. I was just gonna say that. I was like, he has a problem with catching the ball, but he really didn't have that problem in Arizona. He really had that problem with at Baltimore. So
Baltimore. Yeah. But you got you got Patrick Mahomes throwing to you now, so you really have no choice but to catch the ball. They gave him a 1-year, $11 million contract, and I mean, in 2021 he went over 1,000 yards with the Cardinals. So I really think for the Chiefs, this is a great sign, especially since they lost Valdez-Scantling, and Kadarius Toney, he hasn't really been playing well. So, and then Kelsey's getting up there in age too. So I really think this is a great signing for the Chiefs. And just
I think they would.
some honorable mentions too for good signings. Chase Young to the Saints. I think that's a really great signing too, especially for the deal the Saints were able to give him, a 1 year deal. Now obviously he's dealt with some injuries too, a lot of neck injuries. So I think for the Saints, this is the type of contract to see. Okay, is he worth keeping for the long haul? You know what I mean? And another low key signing was the Eagles signing Bryce Huff. The Eagles signed Bryce Huff from the Jets. I think that's another great signing too, especially like because the secondary is weak. Kevin Byard, he really didn't play well that second half of the season with the Eagles, and that's why they didn't re-sign him. They let him go. So bringing in Bryce Huff from the Jets, I really think that's a good signing as well.
Yeah. Like I said, the Saints getting Chase Young, I think that's definitely a huge piece. That's Chase, but you got to think about it. Chase Young, he ain't really his like rookie self. You know what I mean? Like he wasn't like his past like Commander self. Like in the 49ers, when he was with the 49ers, he only got like 1 sack. I mean, he got that second Super Bowl, but he really ain't really did nothing. But then again, you can say that Nick Bosa was in his way the whole time. I mean, not in his way, like in his way, but like just handling the defense for him, So I didn't think the 49ers really needed him like that. So I think the Saints would actually be able to use him. And I think Chase Young is gonna have a breakout season this year. I like y'all team too. I like the Steelers too. Man, because y'all got
Russell Wilson, and we got Justin Fields in a trade, and we only had to give up a 6th round pick.
And don't forget y'all defense. Yeah. What's that defensive player that y'all get?
We signed Patrick Queen. We signed Patrick Queen from the Ravens.
Yeah,
which is crazy. I didn't think he was gonna sign with this rival.
Y'all might make the divisional round. Y'all might make the divisional round.
We're like a receiver away. We're a receiver away from going far.
It's good.
We just need another.
Hey, OBJ.
We traded. He said OBJ.
Hey, sign OBJ,
I've been seeing a lot of reports saying the Steelers are trying to get Brandon Ayuk, but we're obviously gonna have to give up. At least I would say at least a 2nd round pick or a 1st round pick to get Ayuk.
Yeah. Y'all disrespect Justin so bad. Y'all count him for a bag of chips. That's crazy, bro.
Because bro, that right there, that let me know the Bears. They're obviously going to
they gonna get Caleb Williams.
They're drafting Caleb Williams.
That's obvious.
And
they don't want
just to touch on that, I think for Caleb Williams or for any QB in general, I think like that's gonna be like the best situation for any Bears QB in like a long time. Cause think about it.
Yeah.
They already got DJ Moore. They tweaked their offensive line a little bit. It's getting a little bit better. It's still not the best, but it's getting up there. They got rid of Darnell Mooney, and they still got Cole Kmet, and they got Keenan Allen in the trade as well. They got Keenan Allen in the trade. So
and he just came out one of his best seasons.
Came out one of his best seasons. So I think for Caleb Williams is gonna have some help. It's not gonna be like a Bryce Young situation. So I'm expecting Caleb Williams to really do some things with this Bears team that he's going to get drafted to. I know he's just a rookie, but he's the number 1 pick, so obviously expectations are really high for Caleb Williams, and I just hope he can produce. Hopefully he doesn't have like a Bryce Young type of season, but even though Bryce Young, he didn't really have any help, but I'm still expecting help. I'm still expecting a lot of things from Caleb Williams though. But to go back on to go back on the Steelers trade for Justin Fields, I love that trade too, because Russell Wilson, he's obviously getting up there in age. He's I think he's 35 years old, and Justin Fields, he's going to be able to kind of sit back and like learn from a Super Bowl winning quarterback, learn the ropes, and by the time, if we re-sign Russell Wilson in the offseason, we only give him a one year deal. Hopefully, Justin Fields would.
I think y'all probably will, because y'all ain't paying him no money. So because he's still getting paid by the Broncos.
We got two really good quarterbacks for $3 million, I believe. Because Rusty he signed like a $1.2 million dollar contract, and the Broncos
Yeah.
still got to pay him all that money from that humongous contract they gave him back in
Yeah.
2021. They still got to pay him that contract. So I love what the Steelers are doing, and I really love that we got rid of Kenny Pickett. I love that too. I love that.
Yeah.
And then
I never liked the Kenny, man. He was trash, bro.
right,
I ain't really messing with him
I
like
knew
that,
from
man.
the moment we took him in, I was skeptical about it. I was so skeptical about picking him in the first round, and I was right. He's not a good quarterback. But I mean,
At all.
I wish him nothing but the best. I wish him nothing but the best in Philadelphia. Even though he's probably not going to get any playing time unless just if Jalen Hurts gets hurt. Other than
Yeah.
that, he's not really gonna he's not gonna start. So, but I really love what the Steelers are doing. We upgraded our defense. We upgraded our offense a little bit. I was kind of sad that we traded Deontay Johnson. I was upset about that. But
Yeah.
other than that, I really think the Steelers had a really good offseason. And I think we're just one wide receiver away from actually going deep into the playoffs this upcoming season.
Yeah, I say y'all can get OBJ, man. Give OBJ what he wants, because even though he's up there in age, he can be impactful. I mean, like he can be impactful whenever you need him. Like, yes, he's not the OBJ he was with the Giants or so like that, but I just think that he could be impactful. I mean, yeah, he didn't got a lot of catches with the Ravens, but you got to think about it. They already had he's not really a wide receiver one anymore. He's not that type of role. He's not in that role no more. And then plus the Ravens is a run first type team, so that's just one thing. But two, he's gonna be he was a wide receiver 2 on his last 2 teams, the Rams and the Ravens. You know what I mean? So he's not a wide receiver 1. So I don't know why people will be like trying to catch him and be like, no, I don't need him to be my number 1 receiver. He's not supposed to be the number 1 receiver. He's not that type of guy no more. He's the type of guy that you just throw it to him, just throw it up, and somewhere he's down there, like somewhere he's going to catch it, something like that. So I just think that like he will be impactful, and you can still have your number 1 receiver at the same time, because I just think like even if he would have came to the Falcons, we don't need him no more because we got Moody and Mac McDonald, I think, or McDonald, whatever his name is. But even if we had him, and Drake London, of course, but even if we had him, I would still want him to be our wide receiver 2, because Drake London is, of course, our youngest receiver. But OBJ will still make catches whenever he needs to. You throw it his way, he's gonna make a run with the ball or so. It don't matter how he's gonna get the ball, he's gonna try to run best he can. But I say like if y'all just give him a chance. He ain't gonna give you like 1,000 yards, probably not, but he will give you a good like 600 to 700 if he's fully healthy. So I just think people just need to give OBJ a chance. That's it.
Now, did you see the Dolphins actually offered him a contract when he went?
Yeah, I saw that. Now that's different. I mean, that's real different. He's about to be a wide receiver 3. Now that low key is different though, because he ain't gonna get probably no catches.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know though.
Because he got Tyreek Hill, he got Jalen Waddle. Yeah, he's definitely going to be a wide receiver 3. Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. But then again, for OBJ side, like what are you looking for OBJ? I mean, like again, you're like 30, you're like 30 and you're not in your prime no more. So I'm just trying to figure out what is OBJ trying to look for. He's trying to look for like another 18 mil 1 year. Like I think those days are over, man. I think his max prices he's gonna be getting is gonna be like around 5 to 10.
Yeah.
I say 5 to 10. That's his max.
I say like 5 to 7.
Shoot, yeah, it could be that too. But them 20 million, those 2 years, those 3-year deals is gone, man. So I don't know what he's trying to look for, but he's not going to get the money he's going to want, and I understand that. But he's not that same guy no more, so he's going to have to just take the Dolphins offer and just go up and just end your career. You got your ring.
Yeah, you already.
So what else you want? Yeah, he already got his ring, and he got a Super Bowl touchdown. Of course, he got injured, but he still got a Super Bowl touchdown. So he did everything he needed to do. So, but that's on him, though. But he just wants the money, so he got to do what he got to do. So that's it.
Now, obviously, the Bears had the first round. They got the first overall pick. Now, I'm looking at the Commanders, where they have the second overall pick. So, if you're the Commanders, who do you pick? Jaden Daniels? Do you pick JJ McCarthy? Do you pick Drake May? Like,
Well, no,
who do you
it's
pick?
not. It's not going to be McCarthy. Well, we can just take McCarthy off the dang board. McCarthy ain't even getting mentioned in this conversation. There's two, right?
Yeah, the Commanders are two. Yep.
There's two. See, now it can go both ways. I'm gonna say, me personally, I'm gonna say Jaden Daniels. Now, here's why. People ain't gonna agree with me with this, but Jaden Daniels is a Heisman quarterback. Drake May's not. Okay, you look at the stats. Jaden Daniels beat Drake May in every stat: rushing, passing. You can look it up. He beats him in every stat. So, why is Drake May? Why would I pick Drake May? I'll put him at the. I'll let him go with the Patriots because wait, who's third? Yeah.
Patriots,
I'll let him go with the. Yeah, I'll let him go with the Patriots. I think he has a better ceiling with him with the Patriots, you know, and I just think Jaden Daniels is. I think he's going to be another Lamar Jackson low key. I really see that, and plus. You can't really say why he was trash because LSU was trash. LSU wasn't trash; just that their defense was completely terrible. They had no defense. So, but you see that he averaged his whole offense averaged at least like 30 to 40 points per night with LSU. So I think Jaden Daniels will be a good number 2 overall pick. And then again, he's a Heisman quarterback. People don't understand that he won the Heisman this year and just forget about it. It's like. Yeah, so I put Drake May. My mock draft right now is 1 Caleb Williams, 2 for the Bears. Not the Bears. The Commanders will be Jaden Daniels. 3 will definitely be Drake May. Then 3 with the Patriots will be Drake May. 4 will be the Arizona Cardinals. I'll for sure get Marvin Harrison Jr. because. That's all they need is a receiver right now for the Cardinals. You got your franchise quarterback. It really a receiver. I won't say they were a receiver away, but Marvin Harrison Jr. will be a big impact for that. And 5. Who is 5? That's the Giants, right?
Chargers are 5.
Who?
Chargers.
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Now the Chargers. Now I gotta think about it.
I would say for the Chargers. Now you said. The Cardinals would pick Marvin Harrison. Now,
I'm saying,
hypothetically, if he somehow fell to the 5th pick to the Chargers, I think that would be a really good fit for him. Because think about it, they already lost. They traded Keenan Allen. They lost Mike Williams. They really have Justin Herbert has no one to throw to. Basically, I mean, besides that.
Yeah, I think what's called Malik. Numbers is going to go with them. That's because I think Marvin. I don't see why the Cardinals won't pick up Marvin Harrison Jr. I don't see why. I think they would pick Malik numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see them passing up Marvin Harrison Jr. I mean, like that
sounds like something they would do, though. It sounds like something they would do. Pass up on.
If they do that, they're slow. No, they do that, they're slow, just like the Bears. So. But I want to ask you this though. I'm going to ask you some questions. All right. So I saw this on YouTube. Let me go to my computer. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to my computer real quick. So I saw this on YouTube, and I wanted to go over with you on this. So what I'm trying to say. Let me look it up real quick. Hold on. Let's see. All right, the take is they trying to figure out is a number 1 overall pick be more of a bust or more of a successful quarterback. Now, what I mean by this is that people are trying to see are more number 1 overall picks are busts or they're more successful. Because think about it, the successful quarterbacks, like let's say Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, they was like in the 10th, 9th round. But then again, you got Joe Burrow. He was a number 1 overall pick, and then you got people number 1 overall that were bust, like who's Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck was a bust, but then again he
No, he
was
wasn't
injured.
really. He
But
wasn't really a bust because he
yeah,
was really
well,
good
yeah,
until like
he
because he had a
was,
lot of injuries. But when he played, he was really
yeah,
good. He just retired.
yeah. Like I said, yeah, and then you have Baker Mayfield. He wasn't really a bust, but he let some
He
people
didn't
down,
live up. He didn't
especially
live up to the hype.
he
Yeah.
didn't live up to the hype. So I'm just gonna go across the list, and you just tell me, was it worth drafting that quarterback number one overall, and what would you pick on, like, let's for example, 2017 was Myles Garrett. Would you rather get Joe Burrow, or would you still keep him? I mean, not Joe Burrow, Josh Allen. Would you rather keep him in or keep Myles Garrett, something like that? So I'm just gonna go down the list, and you just tell me what you say. So all right. So first off, we got Bryce Young. Would you leave Bryce Young as the number one pick, or would you pick someone else? What would you do?
I think I will keep Bryce Young because if you pick any quarterback from that draft, they're gonna struggle. Regardless, I don't care if it's Anthony Richardson. I don't care if it's whoever. Any quarterback is gonna struggle, especially behind that offensive line. So yeah, I will keep Bryce Young because I want to see what he can do when he's actually like on. He has a pretty decent team. You know what I mean? So I think I would
Okay.
keep Bryce Young.
All right, 2021. Would you rather keep Trevor Lawrence as the number one overall pick? And then again, I would say Trevor Lawrence because they know, but 2021 draft is
Yeah.
a complete doobie garbage. So
The 2021 draft for QBs it was just it was horrible. Isn't I think Trevor Lawrence is the only one who's still on his team that drafted him. I think so.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because I know they traded Mac Jones. They actually traded him to the
And Mac
Jaguars.
Jones is
Yeah,
gone, bro.
they
Mac
traded him to
Jones
the
is
Jaguars.
gone, bro.
So I think
Crazy.
I will keep Trevor Lawrence here. I will keep
I
him.
would too. We'll skip.
He's a good quarterback.
Yeah, we'll skip. Yeah, we'll skip 2020. We all know. Kyler Murray. Would you keep Kyler Murray as the number one overall pick? Did he live up to the hype, or pick someone else?
Well, before he got injured, because he was playing some really good football before he got injured. Now, obviously, did they make it to the playoffs that one year? Yeah, I think they did. They made it to the playoffs and they lost.
Yeah, you talking about when they was like 8-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost against the
Rams.
Rams.
Yeah, they lost to the Rams. But
Yeah.
Kyler Murray really struggled in that playoff game during that season. He was playing really good, so I think I would keep Kyler Murray here. I would keep Kyler Murray. I would.
What about Baker Mayfield? 2018 Baker Mayfield.
See that one down right there. That was kind of tough, cause his rookie season, he played good his rookie season. I think
He did good.
Yeah, he did good.
But then again,
he took them to the playoffs. He took them to the playoffs, I believe. That draft class is really good. But he did take the Browns to the playoffs, so he gets some points for that. But seeing how his career is now, he hasn't had a bad career by any means, but
no, not a bad career, but he didn't live up to the hype.
He hasn't lived up to the hype.
Yeah, he was actually like one of the best prospects ever.
Yeah.
Like I remember like it was yesterday. He was like one of the best prospects ever. So he just didn't really live up to the hype. He was supposed to have like, yeah.
I think I would take another quarterback other than Baker Mayfield. I still think he goes in the top 10. Top 10 for sure.
For sure.
Yeah, he still goes in the top 10.
Yeah, people expect
but I don't think he wasn't the number one. He shouldn't have been a number one pick.
People expect him to have a Joe Burrow type of year, like go to Super Bowl the second year or something like that. So like I see what people mean by that. 16 Jared Goff. 2016 Jared Goff. You still taking number one overall pick?
This one right here is kind of tough because he did take them to the Super Bowl, even though they lost. He did take, and he almost took the Lions to the Super Bowl this past season. He almost took them to the Super Bowl. So
I'm keeping him number one overall.
I think I'm gonna keep him at number one too. I think he
deserves it because he took two teams to the Super Bowl, and that never thought they'll be in. Like, come on, man. He took the Lions to the Super Bowl, man. He's like one of the most underrated quarterbacks. Yeah. So now we got 2015 Jameis Winston.
Nah.
I don't even need to explain that.
He did throw 30 touchdowns, but he threw 30 interceptions.
He threw 38 interceptions, bro. That's crazy.
He's a good backup, but
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. I guess I don't know. All he do is eat his W's. Like, man, weird. Okay, let's do Andrew Luck. Would you keep Andrew Luck?
I would keep Andrew Luck. I would, even though
I would
he
too.
did struggle with a lot of injuries. He had a lot of injuries, and
He
really
was tough in
that forced him
college,
to
man.
retire. But he was tough. He was tough at Stanford. He was tough.
Thanks. And we're gonna go all the way to 2009. So 2011, pretty
Oh
sure
nine, that
you'll
was
pick.
Stafford, right? That was Matthew Stafford.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I'm skipping. I'm skipping. 11. We all know will keep Newton
Yeah.
to the Super Bowl MVP. What about Sam Bradford?
Sam Bradford. Now, here's the thing with Bradford. Bradford was a good quarterback. He was just in a bad position, and then he struggled with injuries too. People don't know that
Yeah.
Bradford was because he was good that one year in Minnesota. I think it was. He was really good. And then
Mm,
with the Rams too, the St. Louis Rams, he was really good. He just struggled with injuries. I think he tore his ACL or something like that. But he was really
yeah.
good. But I don't think I'm gonna keep Sam Bradford. But he was a really good quarterback.
So now, since we went all over that, so now that wants me to go back to the first take I was trying to get to. I'm just trying to think. So, do you think? Well, now I'm about to say, do you think Caleb Williams is going to be have the successful as a number one overall quarterback, or are you going to think he's going to have a bust type year? And now, when I mean like bust, I'm not talking about like just complete doo doo like Bryce Young, like or like something like let's say Jameis Winston. I'm not saying bust like that, but I'm just mean like not like a Baker Mayfield, like not leading up to the hype. Like he's his college tapes is like Patrick Mahomes. Like people saying he's the next Patrick Mahomes, but I want your opinion. Do you think after we just went all this whole list, I want you to tell me: do you think Caleb Williams is going to live up to a Joe Burrow type of year, or he's going to live up to or he can live up to a Bryce Young type of year, or Baker Mayfield type of year? So basically, like not living up to a hype, being complete trash, or bringing up the hype. Talking up the hype. It's
I
basically
think
James Winston, Joe Burrow, or Baker Mayfield. What do you think What do you think he's
I
gonna do?
think Caleb Williams, he's really capable of having a Joe Burrow type of season. Now I don't know if he can take he didn't take him to because Joe Burrow took the Bengals to the Super Bowl his second season. I don't know if he
His
can.
second year,
I
bro.
don't
His
know if he can
second
do
year.
that. But as far as like performing like Joe Burrow, I think he's really capable of doing that. Especially with the team he's gonna get drafted to. They're trying to get him some pieces, some weapons for him to throw the ball to. They got Keenan Allen. They obviously still got Cole Kmet. They got DJ Moore still. They signed
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift. He's a really good receiving back. So he's gonna have some pieces to throw the ball to. Now, I don't think he's gonna have like a Bryce Young year. That's the last thing I expect. Now, at worst, he could be like a Baker Mayfield. He could have a Baker Mayfield type of year at worst. Not, but obviously at best, he can be like he got a Joe Burrow type of season. So, but if I had to pick one, I think Caleb Williams is gonna have a Joe Burrow type of year. Now,
Oh, that's
as far as
crazy.
like them making the playoffs, I don't know about all that. They definitely can. I can see it, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But I definitely do think that Caleb Williams is capable of having a Joe Burrow type of season.
In my opinion, I think I would like to say Joe Burrow. It's just that when I say Joe Burrow, I always think that like taking to the Super Bowl or AFC Championship second to third year. So, and I just think, and people, and it's crazy that you can compare these teams because the Bengals was literally the same way the Bears was before they got Joe Burrow. That's the reason why Joe Burrow was the number one overall pick, and that's the reason why Jamar Chase was the fifth overall pick. So it's a reason why Joe Burrow went over one. So the thing is that's so crazy that the Bears and the Bears and the Bengals is like in the same situation. So to me to see that Caleb Williams is gonna have a Joe Burrow type of year, I want to say I want to see it, but I just don't think I can because when I think of Joe Burrow, I just think of Super Bowl second year. Seeing Caleb Williams take the Bears to the Super Bowl in the second year, I just don't know, man. I don't think I could see it though, man. But I won't. But I'm not saying he's gonna be a bad quarterback. I just think he'll be like a Baker Mayfield. I think he's gonna be definitely good. He's gonna be very good. But I just don't think he's gonna live up to the hype that everyone's hyping him up to be. I think he's like Baker Mayfield. He's a good quarterback. He's really good, but he's not the number one overall pick that everybody was expecting, you know. So I just think that he'll have a Baker Mayfield type of year. Not being a bust. I'm not saying that, but just saying not living up to the hype. Because I don't see him bringing no Super Bowl in the second year, you know. But we're just gonna have to see then, you know. I would love to see, and I would love for him to prove me wrong too. I love it for that. Love to prove me wrong. So we're just gonna have to see.
So do you? So you say you don't see him having a Joe Burrow type. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. I understand because for one, it is the Bears, but the one thing I can say, this is gonna be like the best situation for any Bears QB in a really long time.
That's what I'm saying,
because they didn't do the same thing for Justin Fields. They didn't do the same thing for him. They basically just drafted him and said, "Hey, this is your team. You know what I'm saying? Go win some games." Now, obviously, they did get DJ Moore, but that wasn't until like
go win some games.
That wasn't until later on when they were trying to like actually build around him. But now they basically give up on Justin Fields. They traded him, and now they're basically drafting their next QB. And I think I'm expecting some big things from Caleb Williams. I am.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not, like I said, I ain't saying he's bad. I just don't see him, because I don't see him having a Joe Burrow type of season. It's because like Joe Burrow was literally in the exact same situation, and Joe Burrow got injured his first year, so we really can't even tell what he could have done with the team if he was fully healthy. So we can't even say that. So I'm just saying, like, I just think that. I just don't see him having a Joe Burrow type of year, but I do see him being like a Baker Mayfield, being a great quarterback, but just not living up to the hype that everybody was expecting him to be. Because right now, everybody expecting Caleb Williams to make him go straight to the playoffs, could be at least the divisional round, and then next year Super Bowl. You know what I mean? That's what people expected him to be. So I don't think that's going to happen. So I just think, he's not gonna live up. He's gonna be great quarterback, but not live up to the hype. So
now I want to go back to the NFL free agent signings. Now we obviously talk about some of the best free agent signings, but now I want to talk about what are some of the worst NFL free agent signings this past offseason. Now for one, I have the Jaguars signing Gabriel Davis. I have that one. Because they made him one of the top 25 highest paid receivers in the league. And, obviously in 2023, his production went down. In 2022, he had 9 drop passes. And they could have signed Calvin Ridley. They could have re-signed him, but they didn't even bother giving him an offer. They let him walk to the Titans. But I don't like this signing by the Jags. It's one thing to sign him, but to give him $24 million over, no, they gave him $39 million. 24 of it is guaranteed. So I don't like this signing for the Jaguars.
Yeah, well, I think I'm gonna do the opposite. I think the worst loss. I think the worst loss will probably definitely gotta be the Bengals losing Joe Mixon. I think that's definitely one of the worst loss ever. I'm like, wow. I mean, I was hurt when I saw that, man. I'm like, Joe Mixon? I think that's one of the worst let goes of this season, in my opinion. I really love Joe Mixon. I think that he's one of the underrated running backs, especially for his age. I think he's definitely one of the best his age running backs. So I just think that was his best. Now, a team that needs to do something that haven't done nothing.
Cowboys.
The freaking Cowgirls, bro. Them Cowgirls, dog. They only signed 4 people. And they're not even noticeable. They only got Rico Downwell Eric Kendricks, Jordan Levis, and Trent, whatever. Like that's so crazy. The Cowboys literally don't have nobody else to get. Like now
And
they're
they
going to rely on Deuce Vaughn to be their number one running back, bro. And he's 5'6",
and they
five
released
five.
they released Michael Gallup as well. I think they released him.
Yes, they released Michael Gallup. So I'm
Hmm.
like, Cowboys. I mean, no, not Cowboys. Um, uh, what's the owner name? I forgot.
Jerry Jones.
Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Jerry Jones, bro. Jerry Jones. What is you doing? Sign someone. Like, God dang, bro. You know what they will do though? They'll D-ride Dak Prescott to the end of his dang career until he retires. That's the one thing the Cowboys will do. They love freaking Dak Prescott, so that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna give him all the money he can ask for. So, but I think the Cowboys might have their first losing season in like a good, 3 years because I think their defense might low-key fall off, man. I ain't gonna lie. The defense might fall off, and I think their offense ain't gonna be the same no more. I mean, yeah, you still got CD Lamb, and and
They still
yeah,
got CD. They got
man,
what's his name? What's the other wide receiver
exactly,
name? I forgot his name.
exactly. That's the point. Exactly. It's
I
just
forgot his
CD
name.
Lamb, nobody else, bro. Ever since they lost against the Packers, they just fell off. Like they just fell off. You can't name other than Dak Prescott, CD Lamb. No, you don't got no runner back. So what else that offense has, man? You can't name me that no like three other
I was really
players that.
surprised when they let go of Tony Pollard. I was surprised at that. I thought they were gonna re-sign him or at least franchise tag him. I was surprised
Shit.
they
No,
just
I
let him
saw
walk.
they. No, when they done that, I was like, yes, good. I'm glad they did that because I want them to get Derrick Henry, but they didn't do that.
No,
They didn't do
I
that.
knew. I
They didn't.
always knew Derrick Henry was gonna be a Raven. The Cowboys were not gonna sign Derrick Henry
That's
for the
crazy,
price
bro. That's
that he wanted. Nah,
crazy, dog.
they weren't gonna give him 20 mil.
Crazy, man. Like, I swear the Cowboys, Jerry Jones needs to lock in, bro. I'm like I'm saying, you can't name me like three other players in that offense. That's a huge key to the Cowboys offense. You can't tell me. You can't. Besides CD Lamb, you can't tell me who's got a big impact on that team. You can't. Now defense is different. You still got Trayvon Diggs, got Michael Parsons, and
Their linebacker just retired. What's his name? Van something. He just retired after 6 seasons.
yeah,
He
bro.
retired.
That's what I'm saying. And then I don't know if Michael Parsons going back to a linebacker or is he staying where he's at. I don't know what what's his plans is, but it's looking bad for the Cowboys, man. They need to find something quick because right now it's not looking
Yeah.
too good. I can't name you no other star players on that team no more. Because even Stephon Gilmore left.
Yeah,
Like his
he
contract,
got released. They released him.
his contract up. So that's what I'm saying, man. The defense might not be the same no more. So that's why I'm scared for the Cowboys, man. So I hope they find something. You know what I mean?
Now, I do want to talk about. I want to talk about your team for a second. I want to talk about the Falcons. Now, I do love the Kirk Cousins signing. The only thing about this signing is that, for one, he's 35, and for two, he just came off an Achilles injury, and three, all the money, all the contract he signed is basically guaranteed to him. It's guaranteed, so it can really go either one, two ways. This can be one of the worst signings in NFL history, or the Falcons can improve and make a playoff push. Possibly
Going to the Super Bowl, bro. We're going to the Super Bowl, bro. Super Bowl, man.
and I feel like
Bro.
Kirk Cousins, he's always been an underrated quarterback. He's always been a top 12 quarterback in my opinion. And before he got injured, he was playing some really good football.
MVP.
He was
MVP,
MVP
bro.
talks before he got injured. So now, although he's only won one playoff game in his entire career, I still do like this signing, but I'm a little skeptical about it because, well, like I just said, he just came off an injury, and he's 35 years old, and he's gonna be making 40 mil a year till he's 39 years old. So, it can really go either way for y'all. If I'm being honest, it can go either way. But I do like what the Falcons are doing. They're trying to.
Yeah, we
They're,
finally got our respect, man. We finally getting up there, man. So I'm happy, man. I'm happy. So I'm
Because
not
everyone
mad.
was saying you guys were a quarterback away from contending, and now y'all got y'all quarterback.
We finally got our quarterback, and we got some average receivers, and we still got B. John Robinson, and he was good his rookie year. So we all know no telling what he's gonna do his second year. Still got to break out Drake London, and we still got Kyle
Kyle
Pitts. That
Pitts.
we still got yeah, we still got Kyle Pitts. So. And that's just the players that we already had. I'm not even talking about the people that we just got. This is the players that we already had with no quarterback. So, having these players already having a good chemistry, I think we'll be at least like 10. I think we were 10-17. No cap. I think we
10
ten
to
and
7.
seven.
Yeah, 10 to 7. Yeah. So like our record basically what we had this season, 10 to 7.
Yeah, 10. Yeah, just like
Yeah.
still, yeah, like y'all had like 10-7. I see us losing a bunch of games, but winning like easy games. I think we'll win the easy games
Oh,
instead of yeah.
bro. How do you feel about the Chiefs trading LeGarrette Sneed, bro? How you feel about
Oh
that?
yeah, yeah. Yeah. That did hurt, bro. That did low key hurt, man. Yeah. I just think he was definitely a big impact on that on Super Bowl team, man. Big impact, man. Real
And
big
they
impact.
only, bro,
And
they traded him for a third round pick. Literally one of the
that's
best
disrespectful.
quarterbacks in the league traded for a third round and a seventh round
Bro, he
pick.
was the reason why the Chiefs won that game, low key. I mean, yeah, he was the reason why the Chiefs really won that game, low key. That man really did the best play ever as a defender against Zay Flowers. Like, come on, man. That man got taunted on, and the next thing you know, man, hit the ball from the end zone, and game is over. Like, come on, man. I think that was low key disrespectful, but the Titans trying to do something. I still don't like the Titans, even though they got Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Will Levis. I still don't see them winning more than
At least they're
7 games.
trying. They're trying to build around Will
But
Levis.
they're
They're
trying
trying.
though. They're
They're
trying
trying.
though. They're trying.
They're trying. They're trying to do
I just
something.
think they're building a retirement home. The only young person on that squad is freaking Will Levis. Will Levis. Like they're building a retirement home, bro. Calvin Ridley is like what 30 something. DeAndre Hopkins, he's like what 30 something. What Tony Pollard is what about to push 30 something. Like come on, man. And this is a retirement home, man. And then yeah, they had Ryan Tannehill. That man was pushing 40, and they still ain't did nothing. So, nah, bro, I don't. I like, but at least they, like you said, at least they trying. But I still don't see them winning more than 7 games. Well, that's like it's a retirement home up there, bro. All of them are washed. I'm sorry to say that.
So you don't. So well, obviously for the Titans, they obviously improved. They got one of the best cornerbacks in the league, in my opinion. I think he's top 3. He's definitely top 3. But if I'm the Chiefs, I would have franchise tagged him. If I'm being real, I would have just franchise tagged him. Cause there's no way you trade one of the best cornerbacks in the league for just a third round pick.
I'm saying, bro.
So there had to be something going on. Cause I couldn't believe that when I saw that they traded him for a third round pick. I really wasn't expecting that for real. I wasn't expecting that at all. But
Me neither, bro.
um, yeah, NFL free agency was really crazy. It was one of the best NFL free agencies
Yeah, and there's still
season.
more.
Yeah, it's still more. It's
There's
still
still a bunch of
there's
us.
still a lot of notable free agents out there. Obviously,
It's a
OBJ.
bunch of them.
You got
There's a bunch of them.
what's some other ones?
I don't know.
Hold on, let me see. There's still a lot. There's still a lot more. Hold on. I don't know, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's still
I don't know.
it's still there's still a lot of
Yeah,
still a lot
yeah,
of talent out there. So obviously we're all waiting for OBJ, which it looked like he's gonna sign with Miami. If I'm being real, he's gonna
yeah.
sign with Miami.
Only option.
Or the Chargers definitely need they desperately need a wide receiver because they lost Mike
True.
Williams and Keenan Allen.
True.
Or he can always come to Pittsburgh. I would love him. I would love for him to come to Pittsburgh. Play with Russell Wilson. Well, obviously he's gonna be a wide receiver too, because we got George Pickens. But if we don't get Brandon Ayuk or if we don't draft a receiver, then I think we should sign OBJ. I think that would be a good signing for us. But
yeah, that's been one of the best NFL free agencies in a long time.
Yeah, and it's still because then when is NFL free agency over, or is it already over?
Isn't it already over? I thought it was like I don't know.
But yeah, I think most likely he's gonna sign with the Dolphins most likely.
That's the only person that I heard that gave him an offer. So
yeah,
probably.
But I want to switch over to the NBA, and I want to talk about the Houston Rockets. They've won 10 of the last 11 games, and they're currently one game behind the Golden State Warriors for that 10 seed for that play-in spot. So, do you think the Rockets are gonna make the play-in, or do you see them miss the playoffs?
I see them making the play-in. Let me tell you why. Steve Kerr is on the Warriors' back, bro. Curry plays has 31 points, and then you take him out for a extended amount of time, then you bring him back in at the end of the game. Like, what kind of bull crap is that, man? Like, come on, man. The Warriors, I don't know what happens to the Warriors, man. I just think they just have a washed-up team. You know, I think that's the main problem. They're relying on too much on the past. You know what I mean? Like, they think that big three. Now, don't get me wrong. Curry is still that guy, of course. Mm-hmm. He's like LeBron. I mean, like, he's still that guy. But you can't rely on the big three that was so good back in 2015, 16, 17, and etc. You know what I mean? It's not that time no more. Now, argument you can say is that, well, we just won like 2 years ago, so what's your point? I understand that, dog. I understand that, but y'all gotta think about y'all had a young bench with y'all too. They had Jordan Poole. That was a big impact of that squad. You know what I mean? And then y'all had
Andrew Wiggins was literally clipping up Jason Tatum.
Exactly, and then plus y'all had Kayvon Looney. I mean, he's still on the team now, but y'all used him much more back then. I don't even use Kayvon Looney like that. Yeah.
But that's only because he's an offensive liability. Now, if he was someone like back in 2011 when the Mavs if he was like Tyson Chandler, then he would be way more of a threat. But he's not that much of a threat.
That's what I'm saying.
For the defense to pay attention on him and take some of the pressure off Curry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, the Warriors. Yeah, you can argue that they won 2 years ago, but then again, y'all had a young squad around them, you know what I mean? Now they're literally just relying on old 35 years old. And I'm not saying none of them are trash. I would never say none of them are trash. I'm just saying they're not playing how they used to. It's a difference between trash and not playing how you used to. Klay Thompson's not playing how he used to. He used to be a good catch and shoot guy, and now he just throws up shots. Like he don't even.
But the thing is with Klay, I'm always giving him the benefit of the doubt because he had 2 of the worst injuries in basketball. So I'm always.
Okay.
I'm gonna give him the benefit.
Okay, yeah, true, and then plus the scandal with Draymond Green. Yeah. I don't even know what to say about that. You know, I mean, that's just like
the thing is with Draymond, bro. People don't know this, but he used to be a really good offensive player. But
bro,
I think what messed him up.
Points in game 7.
What messed him up? What messed him up was
he scored 32 points
when the Warriors signed KD. So that's really what messed up his offensive game. And so once they got KD, Draymond was basically like, "Oh, I don't need to do as much on the offensive side of the ball no more. I can just focus on defense and getting my teammates open." So that's really why his offense. I feel like that's why his offensive game fell off like it did. Because he used to be a really good offensive player. He used to be a really not like a great 3-point shooter, but it was respectable. You couldn't just leave him open.
Yeah, because like in Game 7 of the 2016 Finals, he was he scored 32 points that game.
Points, yeah.
Yeah, he was you like what 4 for 4 for 3. Draymond was actually a good offensive player, but now he's a defensive liability now. But he's getting up there, man. And I just think like I say the only reason why they should keep that big three next year as long as they get a bunch of young players, and this like Chris Paul. I don't know why people thought that was going to change nothing. Chris Paul is about to hit 40 years old. I'm telling you that they relying too much on old people. Like this is not 2016, 17. It's not the old days no more. I can't rely on old people and expect y'all gonna get to a championship. That's not the case no more.
They messed up big time in the draft when they drafted James Wiseman. Now, obviously, Anthony Edwards was gonna go first overall. Obviously that, but they could have drafted LaMelo Ball. Now I kind of understand why they didn't draft him, because obviously they still had Steph Curry. But let's think about it. They could have had LaMelo Ball as their sixth man. They could have had him as their sixth man.
Yeah, true. I say LaMelo Ball could have been like another Jordan Poole.
Yeah,
he literally like another Jordan Poole, low key. Like he just ISO type player. Like could definitely been another Jordan Poole. I think he could have been another Jordan Poole, but they picked the worst trade. They got James Wiseman. We all know where he's at.
Now, obviously, Kuminga was a really good pick. I like that they picked Jonathan Kuminga. But
yeah, he's doing his thing.
They drafted Moses Moody. I mean, he coming into the draft, he was supposed to be like another 3-and-D player, but he hasn't really got the chance to get more playing time because Steve Kerr isn't playing him, and he wasn't even playing Kuminga at one point. He was, but then he would take him out like towards the end of the game when he was having a really great game. That he would just take him out, and then obviously Kuminga called him out on that. Now he's getting all the minutes in the world, and I think the Warriors really messed up. They really messed up in that draft before they drafted James Wiseman, and then the year before that they had all the injuries. They had all the injuries too.
Yeah. I think the main reason why the Warriors and Lakers down so low is because of the head coaches. I think Birmingham and Steve Kerr are the main reason why their teams are low. Because you can say the same thing about the Lakers. Now the Lakers, they got a younger team. You got Austin Reeves, D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's like 27, 28, but he's still like a good average, like middle age player. You still got who else the Lakers got?
They draft they got Max Christie, but he's not. He's okay. He's very decent. But their team is really old. Obviously they got LeBron, they got AD, they got Taurean Prince. They did sign Jackson Hayes in the offseason. They signed him in the offseason. I still really like Jackson Hayes, and they did pick up Spencer Dinwiddie, and they got Gabe Vincent. They got Vando, Jared Vanderbilt. So they have a lot of they do have a lot of young players. But the thing is with the Lakers, they don't play any defense. Just like last night, they won the game. They put up 150 points, but they almost gave up the same amount of points on the defensive end. The Pacers scored 145 points. They don't play any defense. Mm-hmm. Their rotations are, if you watch the game, their rotations are horrible. They're so slow. Their opponent is getting a lot of wide open threes. They're not.
Darvin Ham, bro. It's Darvin Ham. I'm telling you, it's Darvin Ham.
Yeah, and
that monkey behind board. It's Darvin Ham, bro.
It is Darvin Ham. But another part of it, now I don't know if you noticed, but he loves playing Taurean Prince 20 plus minutes a night for him to not make any shots and play no defense, play subpar defense. And I think for the Lakers, this isn't the same team as 2020. They never should have broke up that team at 2020.
No, they
never should have. Now, obviously, they lost in the first round, but they had injuries. They could have just ran the same team back again. And I guarantee you, they would have went to the finals. Now, obviously, last season they made it to the Western Conference Finals, but they got swept. They got swept by Jokic. But every game,
nobody can be Jokic,
most of the game,
the Nuggets is a good team, bro.
Yeah, but no one expected them to get swept.
No one expected them. But I mean, like, come on, man. The Nuggets, it was just making the most clutches. I mean, the most do you not see the shots that man Jokic and Jamal Murray was making? That man was just throwing it up and still making it. How do you guard that, man? And plus, that was like the first swept finals that actually was so entertaining the whole way. Every game was closed.
Every game,
you know.
Close.
Yeah, facts. But yeah, I think the Nuggets going back to back, man. I don't see who's going to stop
honest,
them.
you didn't expect them to get swept. You at least expect them to take one game, like Game 4. They could have taken Game 4, but
yeah, I thought it was going to get Game 4 when LeBron dropped 40. I thought he was, but then again, I think they're going to go back to back, man. You can't tell me not one team that can beat the Nuggets in the 7-game series.
They're definitely going back to back. Because once that fourth quarter hit, bro, Jamal Murray and Jokic just go off. They go
out of that. They just start throwing the ball up, and then
Jokic is such a good passer in the paint. Because you think he's gonna go with a floater, but then there comes Aaron Gordon coming out of the left corner or the right corner for a lob. It's unstoppable. Then you got KCP, one of the best 3-and-D players in the league. So the Nuggets, and they got a good bench too. On top of that, they're unbeatable. They're unbeatable. I really think the Nuggets. I think they're going back to back. They have Jokic is winning. Jokic is going to win MVP again. His third MVP in 4 years.
Yeah, it's obvious. He
should have won. He should have won 3 in a row. He should have won 3 in a row. But yeah, I think the Nuggets are definitely going back to back. I don't see anyone.
I don't see nobody beating them.
A long time.
I don't see nobody beating them. I don't see no team beating them
unless the Nuggets pull the Lakers and just completely disable their roster. No one's beating them for a long time.
No, I think it's just Jokic, man. They don't get rid of Jokic and Jamal Murray. Cause think about it. The only reason why the Nuggets they made the finals is because Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. was injured. So, and when they was together, they went to the conference finals in the bubble. You know what I mean? So this team was destined to be good before all the injuries. So I think the Nuggets. Yeah, I don't see the team beating no Nuggets. No 7 games. Yeah. I don't see none.
No one is. The only thing about the Nuggets, I wish they didn't get rid of Bruce Brown, but I mean, I think he's gonna come back next season anyway because he's on the Raptors right now, I believe. Because he wanted the bag, and I respect it. But I really wish they wouldn't have got rid of him. I wish they would have given like a.
No, I'm gonna tell you a team that's not even gonna make it past the first round that everybody is expecting to make it past the first round. You probably know what I'm talking about.
Clippers.
But that too, and the OKC Thunder. Both of those. Yes, bro. I don't see not one of those teams making it past the first round. I'm gonna tell you why. For the Clippers, I'm gonna tell you why I think the Clippers. The Clippers. It's 2 reasons. One, they either gonna get injured. They're gonna get injured by the final game of the season, or 2, they're just gonna choke because you got Pandemic P. And you got my favorite player, James Harden, that doesn't know what to do in the playoffs. And then you just got Russell Westbrook.
Bro, they blow too many leads, bro. Like this season, they've blown a lot of leads. That's another thing too. They'll be up by like 20 something in the second quarter, and then by the end of the game, they'll be losing by 20. So that's another reason why I think I'm really skeptical about the Clippers. And then when Russell Westbrook went down, he was like they're literally their best player off the bench. He was bringing all the energy, playing, making all the hustle plays, and then
they was on a roll for like a good 2 months. They was on a roll for like a good 2 months.
Yeah, they were good when Russ was healthy, but when Russ went down, they started losing a bunch of games, blowing a lot of leads. But I think he's supposed to come back some point this week, so that's really good for them. And then you were saying the Thunder. Now the Thunder is understandable because, for one, I think the only person in their starting lineup who's made the playoffs is Shea. That 1 year with OKC when Chris Paul was on the team, so they don't that team doesn't have a lot of playoff experience. But I understand why you think they might lose in the first round, but because they're the number 1 seed, right? They're the number 1 seed, or are they the second? They're the second. Yeah, they're the second. So who would they play? They'll play the 7th seed, right?
Yeah. Now a team that's going to make it past the first round that they don't think. I think the Pelicans got a good chance to run.
Yeah. As long as Zion stays healthy and
Zion stay healthy,
and Brandon Ingram, they've been playing really good without Brandon Ingram. I don't know if you noticed that they've been playing really good without him. So I'm not saying he's the problem, but I do think he was
No, he
kind
ain't the
of
problem.
he was kind
But
of
they know how to work without him.
he was taking a lot of possessions away from other players. So
Yeah.
yeah, I really now who I think the Heat avoided playing because I think they're the 7th seed right now. I think they're a game behind the
But yeah, I mean,
Pacers.
well, they fight. They
Yeah,
got the same record as the Pacers, but they
yeah.
fighting for the 60 right now.
I think they're gonna avoid the playing as well. Now I want to going back to the Rockets. I do think they can make the play-in. Do I see them making the playoffs? It's a
No,
possibility, but
it's
I'm gonna
the
say
playing
no.
tournament is too stacked. It's too
Yeah,
stacked. You got the Kings,
you
you
got the
got the
Kings, the Lakers.
Suns,
Yeah, son. Yeah.
and the Lakers. Yeah, I don't see
So that
and the
means
Mavericks. The Mavericks
Either
too.
KD, LeBron, or Steph. One of them is gonna miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
One of them is gonna miss the playoffs, and unfortunately,
Unless the Kings be completely no, you're right because the King it
yeah.
was only two squad, it's only
And
two spot. That's
unfortunately,
crazy.
I think it's gonna be the Warriors. Unfortunately, it's gonna be the
Yeah,
Warriors.
me too.
It's gonna be because the team that they have right now is I don't see how they win. Now obviously I'm not gonna count out the Warriors until they're completely out. But now it's not looking too good for them right now.
I know. I'm counting them out. I don't care. I don't know. I'm
Nah,
counting them out.
I'm never gonna doubt Steph Curry because
No, I'm doubting him.
everyone was trying to do that back in 2022, and no, I'm not doubting Steph Curry.
I give it 3 more games. If they don't win at least 2 out of the 3 games, it's over, bro. It's over, bro. It's not encouraged. Not even the problem, bro.
The team
It's
around
just
them isn't good.
the team around them, bro. It's not good.
It's not good no more. It's not good.
Not good. So I say give them 3 out of the 2 games.
And
If
then
they can't win
The
three out of
Warriors, they really messed up when they gave Andrew Wiggins that contract after they won the finals because they gave him like a 4-year, $130 million contract, I believe. That's where they messed up.
Mhm.
They should have gave him about like 50 to 70 mil, not 130 mil. I don't
Yeah.
understand that was his breakout year. He made the All Star team and all that, but he wasn't worth that contract at the time. I don't care. He was not worth that money. That money could have
Mm.
that money could have been spent elsewhere to
Facts.
build around the team. So that's really where they messed up as well. But yeah,
Me, bro.
this I think the Warriors. I think they might miss the playoffs. They might miss the playoffs, and because Clay, this is Clay's this is well going into next season. He's supposed to get a new contract, and he wants a max contract, but I don't think the Warriors going to give him that. They're definitely not giving him that. I don't see it.
Hell no. Hell no. Not no max contract. No. No, no. The only way that Clay stays with the Warriors if he takes a huge pay cut and
Yeah.
just stays just to stay. You
Like
know,
they'll probably
yeah, but
give him give him like 20 mil, 2 years, 20 mil,
and
2 years, 20 mil.
I think he wants to, I think he understands that he's not playing well, and I think he's
Yeah,
going to take any time. He's going to do anything it takes to stay with the Warriors, and I see that. You know, I don't see him getting no big bag, but I see him like if he get like a 2-year deal, I think that'll be it for him. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to try to be like, I need this. I'm going over here. Got 4 rings. Got your All-Star appearance. What else you want, bro? Come on, man. You got the same amount of rings as LeBron. Like, sit down.
now last thing I want to talk about, since we're approaching the end of the season, I want to talk about the NBA awards. Now, for Defensive Player of the Year, my finalists are Rudy Gobert, Victor Wembanyama, and the most underrated defender in the league, Bam Adebayo. I don't care what anybody says. He was and still is the most underrated defender in the NBA, in my opinion.
Who I think going to who I want to win is Victor Wembanyama. Who I think is going to win is definitely be Rudy Gobert, just
Yeah, because
because the hype around him.
he's on the number one defensive team in the league, so he's definitely gonna
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
most
Ruby's
definitely
going to
gonna
get the
get it.
defense. I see him getting it.
Now, most improved player is either between Kobe White and Tyrese Maxey, but I think it's most likely gonna go to Kobe White because no one expected him to have this great season that he's having.
Yeah, we all
And
know
Tyrese,
we all
we
know
all knew that
Tyrese
Tyrese
Maxey.
was gonna. Yeah,
Ever since James Harden left, we all knew Tyrese Maxey was gonna have a breakout season.
yeah.
We all
So
knew that.
I really don't think he should win most improved player just because we all knew he was capable of putting up the type of numbers he's putting up now. So I would give it to Kobe White. Now for the sixth man, it's either between Malik Monk and Nas Reed. Because Nas Reed is really he's been having some great games ever since Cat been injured. He's been playing really good, and he's always been
I
underrated.
say Malik Monk. I
Now,
like Malik Monk.
Malik Monk is gonna win, but I wouldn't be
Malik Monk.
surprised if Nas Reed won. I would not be surprised.
True.
Because he's
I think
averaging.
Malik Monk gonna win.
Yeah. And MVP, obviously you got Jokic.
Yeah, it's gonna be Jokic.
SGA and
It's gonna be Jokic.
the thing is with MVP, if Luka's team was like the number was like a top 3 seed, Luka would be winning. He'd be number 1 in
Facts,
MVP
bro.
race.
I don't understand why when he had like.
So what?
Yeah, I don't know how he. Yeah, I just say I don't know how he's not winning. I think it's just because, like, because he's having this. I think I just think it's because the team. But I don't like MVP and new generations now because they just basing off the team. It's called most valuable player, not like best team. Like Luka.
That's the thing, though. MVP
player.
does go lean towards team success as well in the regular season. Obviously, he's not a team award, but just think about it. If Luka was putting up these type of numbers like on the Washington Wizards, he wouldn't be getting like any MVP.
But think about it though. But think about it. Remember when the Nuggets was the 6th seed, and they lost to the Warriors, and Jokic still won MVP without Jamal Murray? I mean, that's called being the most valuable player. That's being the most valuable player. Even though you got your 2 teammates gone and you still made the playoffs, sure. The Mavericks not that far off the 6th seed, and Luka's in 3rd place the MVP voting. I don't understand it, bro.
But that's because he doesn't have he doesn't have a team like the Nuggets, but he does have some players up. He has Kyrie, you got Derek Lively, you got PJ, and the 2 players he just got from the trade deadline. They got Daniel Gafford, PJ Washington, so he has a good team, but it's just their seeding. That's the only reason why he's not higher in the MVP race.
You think so?
Yeah. Because think about it. When Westbrook won MVP, his team was like what, the 6th seed? They're the 6th seed, but his team was just like Jokic back in 2021. His team wasn't really that good, and without you take Westbrook off that team, that's a horrible team. That's a lottery team. They might have a top 3 pick in the draft next year. If you take Westbrook off that team, and the same thing goes for Jokic back in 2021 when he or not 2022. So that's really why Luka is not higher, because of his seeding, his team seeding. That's the only reason why. I guarantee you, if Luka was like a top 3 seed, he would be number 1 in MVP vote, right?
Yeah, I see that too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, Jokic is most likely gonna win his 3rd MVP.
Yeah, he's gonna win.
Most likely. Because they're the number 1 seed in the West. They have the 2nd best record in the entire NBA. He's definitely gonna win MVP.
Yeah, it's obvious. He's gonna win. I want
yeah.
Of course. But I want SGA to win just because I want somebody different to win it. But
yeah, true.
It's called the best. Yeah, but I just want that's just me. I just want somebody else to win it. But Jokic is about to be. I think Jokic is about to start being like the top 25 player of all time, bro. And people don't want to hear that, but he's turning out to be the best, one of the top 25 players of all time, man. Like
if he wins the finals this year, yeah, we can definitely have a conversation about that. And if he wins another MVP, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, man,
most definitely.
Like, come on, man. He about to have a better resume than Kevin Durant. But have a better resume than Kevin Durant. And people say Kevin Durant, he's like a top 30 player. So why can we not do the same thing for Jokic? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. You do the same thing for you. You can do the same thing for Jokic. We're doing the exact same thing. KD did the exact same thing, and with less MVPs, and he's getting called a top 25, top 30 player. So, and so if we can do that, if Durant can do that, Jokic can be top of them easily. That's my opinion, though.
I wanted to ask you this, bro. Have you been seeing this whole "we done with the '90s" trend, bro? Have you been
Yes, bro. Oh my god!
How do you feel about it? Are you done with the '90s,
bro? All I'm gonna say is, bro, y'all say Jordan don't go left, but that man with no left hand won 6 rings, Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star appearance, and came back. He retired, came back, three-peated, 2 times in 1 freaking decade. And y'all say he can't go left. Okay, he can't go left. He still won 2 three-peats in 1 decade. Who does that, bro? This man won a Defensive Player of the Year, All-Star appearance, all scoring leader record, and like all that, and like he did like 1 in 1 year. In 96 he got the all-time scoring leader. I think he got Defensive Player of the Year. He did one of those in 1 season. You know, y'all saying he got no left. Then y'all talking trash about Larry Bird. Bro, Larry Bird, there's a reason why Larry Bird won championships and won MVPs. What are y'all talking about? There's a reason why the Lakers and Boston Celtics finals was box office. There's a reason why they made a whole documentary why there was a Larry Bird versus Magic Johnson era. There's a whole reason why they call it the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird era. There's a reason for that. So I don't know what y'all talking about, man. Like, what is y'all talking about? Like, y'all only saying this because Jordan don't got no left hand, and y'all only showing the lowlights. Y'all show the highlights. Y'all can see he can do anything he wants. But I don't even have to explain because all these old heads going to be on my case because they don't like to listen or nothing like that. Not the old heads, the young heads. They going to get on my case about this because there's some LeBron freaks. I'm like, bro, it's annoying, bro. I don't got time for them bozos.
Now with me, I respect both generations. Now for me, I think Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. But I respect LeBron. I respect LeBron and what he's doing. I mean, he's the all-time leading scorer. He's broken basically all the records. He's top 20 in basically every.
He got my respect for scope. I'm just saying he's not better than Jordan. He's
like top 10, top 20 in basically every statistic. So I mean, I respect both generations, bro. Now, and I think LeBron. I don't understand why people hate LeBron, bro. I really don't. I don't get it. I never understood.
No, I don't hate. I love LeBron. I don't hate LeBron. It's just the way I see him as the second best player of all time. I see him as the second best player of all time. You know, and when I say when Jordan's better, I'm not even trying to be rude or say or make fun of people and just say that he got more rings because obviously he got more rings than him. That's obvious. But, you know, I can't really count rings as the argument because Bill Russell got 11 rings, you know, and nobody calls him the GOAT, you know what I mean? So we can't call Jordan off the GOAT off rings because obviously that's not going to work no more. So why I call Jordan the GOAT is because the amount of time he had in the league and his resume, the way his resume is so large and under 15 seasons is legit crazy, you know what I mean? Like how he has a whole resume for like 3 Hall of Famers all together, you know what I mean? Like 3 Hall of Famers all together to equals 1 Jordan resume. He done that in under 15 seasons, you know what I mean? Now I'm not trying to bash LeBron. LeBron, he is a legend, you know. He is completely a legend. He is the greatest, one of the greatest players of all time. He took one of the trashiest teams to the finals twice, 2007, 2018. That man is a legend, and he was the impact of why he won 2016, 13, 2020, etc. He is a legend, but I can't put him over Jordan just because there's reason. You know, Jordan did so much in under 15 seasons, you know what I mean? And LeBron had he's in his 22 season right now. You know what I mean? So yeah, LeBron can do the scoring record and all that. That's cool. I respect him for that. But the way Jordan been doing all this stuff under the time he had, that's like some legend stuff right there, man. So I can't really say LeBron will be better than Jordan, but he's definitely my second best player of all time. And he always will be. He's a
Yeah,
legend.
and bro, I'll admit LeBron is he's a better all around player than Jordan. I'll even say that. I'll say it because
I say that too.
He's a better 3-point shooter. He's a better passer. Now defensively that could go either way. Because Jordan, especially like young Jordan, he was one of the best.
He won a defensive player. He won a defensive player of the year. That's all I gotta say.
And then, although LeBron, he should have won. He should have won a defensive player of the year in I think it was 2013. I think Marcus All won that. Because the reason why Marcus All won it over LeBron, because I think his team was number 1 in defensive rating, and the Heat, I think they were like number 8 or something like that. I'm not sure, but I think LeBron definitely should have won Defensive Player of the Year in 2013. So he should have a Defensive Player of the Year award. But overall, I really don't understand like this whole we doing the 90s thing. I don't understand.
I don't either.
But yeah. But yeah, that's basically gonna wrap up this episode, man. We talked a lot about we covered a lot in this episode, and next episode we definitely gotta talk about March Madness. Everything that's been going on with March Madness.
So we gotta do that. We gonna have to do that.
It's been a lot.
Thursday.
It's been a lot of upsets. It's been a lot of
yeah.
Upsets
We gonna have to talk about that Thursday because March Madness.
The biggest upset so far is definitely Kentucky. That's the biggest upset,
Kentucky.
Man. That was insane.
That man lost.
I think Coach John Carr probably. I think he has to be fired, man. He has to be fired. The coach for Kentucky.
Yeah, they lost to a school principal. But who I got going all the way, I can't wait to see Arizona.
I'm not gonna lie, this might be a hot take, but I think NC State can go all the way. They have a chance.
Yeah.
They have a chance to go.
I like DJ, bro. DJ's tough, man.
Yeah,
I love DJ, bro.
And obviously, the number one seed UConn. They're really good too. They're a really really good team.
Yeah, I really just think that I just can't wait to see. I'm hoping UNC and Arizona win their next games so I can see a Elite 8 against Caleb Love, which is his UNC team. Because I love Caleb Love. Yeah, I'm going for Arizona all the way just because I'm a Caleb Love fan.
I love UNC. I love their point. RJ Davis, bro, he's a bucket, bro.
RJ Davis tough. He's a bucket.
Bucket, bro. But
he's a bucket. I love Caleb.
I still can't believe Kentucky lost, man. It's that Drake curse, bro. I don't know if you see that picture with Drake when he was.
Yes, bro,
it's that Drake curse, bro. That's real. That curse is real, bro.
Yeah.
It is real.
Nah, bro. Have you saw that Auburn game, bro?
Oh yeah, the Auburn. Yeah, that was crazy.
They had like 5 chances to win the game, bro. 5 chances to win the game, bro. Like they went against Yale, right?
Yeah, Yale. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro, they had 5 chances to win the game, bro. They literally scored on it.
Crazy.
Bro, that was so bad, bro. I was about to cry, bro. That was ridiculous, man. But bro, I'm turning you on, bro. Watch women's basketball, bro. And it's going to come on.
I've been watching some of the game. It's really...
Wait, hold on. I was playing...
Bro, it's more exciting than the WNBA, right, bro.
Of course, bro.
It's way more exciting
I only
than
watch,
the WNBA.
Bro... Facts, bro. After this, bro, I'm about to watch Caitlin Clark play right now.
Bro, she's a bucket,
where's she at? Bro, I love that girl, bro. She is so tough, bro. Her and Juju Waltons, bro. Juju is so tough, dog.
Yeah,
oh my god, man.
But
yeah, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I love women's basketball. I love it. I never watched women's basketball. But WNBA,
I really don't watch it till like March Madness. Like women's like.
Yeah, exactly. I only watch till March Madness, and now I'm only watching like players that I really watch. Like right now, I'm about to watch. I will play against West Virginia just because Caitlin Clark in it. I only watch USC games, LSU, and South Carolina, and Iowa. because I want to see. But there's other good players too, like.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
But other than that,
basically
though, it
gonna
was a
wrap up this episode.
good
What we gonna
episode,
be doing
man.
next one Thursday?
Yeah, we gotta do Thursday.
Alright. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode, and we'll see you guys in the next one.